Hello everyone and welcome to the first video of my new series, Ask a French Teacher. For this video, I took all the questions that you asked me in the comments, I would say in the last month, and I'm going to answer here for everybody to know the answers. It's more of a casual video. I don't have a script or anything for this one. I basically have the question and I'm going to answer. As we go, Biffy is beside me. Might hear her from time to time, but she's right here. Before we start with the questions, three things I want to talk about very quick. First one is that obviously I went to the hairdresser and I went back to my natural color. It is much darker than my natural color, but it will get better in the next couple of weeks. So don't worry about it. I still get surprised every time I walk in front of a mirror, but that's okay. We'll get better. In the last video about pronouns, so French pronouns together, I said that I will make you 2 blog posts about French verb followed by the preposition a, French verb followed by the preposition de. I did make both of them. I'm going to have the link below. It lists all the verbs that you need with the preposition a and de, with audio and example as well. So very useful blog post. Oh, and there's also a free PDF. So you go to the bottom of the blog post and you can leave your email and you get the free PDF. If you are on my mailing list, the PDFs are already in your inbox. You just have to download them. And the third thing is about my books. So my 3 new books are going to be ready. I would say it's a matter of days now. The covers have been approved. We are working on the back covers right now, just putting the final touches. And then it should be uploaded very quickly after this video, actually. We had an issue with our cover designers that we worked with for a long time. I will say we, but technically I guess it's me. That I worked with for a long time on all my books, including the short stories. It didn't work that well this time, so I had to change last minute, and therefore why. This is late, but they're going to be there very, very quickly, so keep an eye out, and here are a little preview of the covers, and yeah, I'm very happy with them. They're gonna be available very soon. Alright, so first question, we have Mona asking, I have a question, do we say à voix haute or à haute voix? So out loud, basically. That's a good question. So technically, we say à voix haute because we say à voix basse. So à voix basse is like whispering, à voix haute is speaking loudly, basically. So technically, it should be à voix haute, à voix basse, but I believe that à haute voix is also correct, but you cannot say à basse voix. This one is a no. What is the difference between changer de et changer le, la, les? So changer de, that's one of the verbs with the pronoun, the preposition de. So if you want more example, check out the website. Changer de basically is more general, while changer le is more specific. So il change le filtre de sa voiture. We know what filter it is. It's this one. Il change de chemise. We're not sure yet. It's just general statement. So changer le specific, changer de more general statement. Oh, question on French pronunciation. Hello Dylan, I'm new. I'm very new to French language. I have a few questions. How do I memorize pronunciation of letters? Is Duolingo a website with accurate representation of the French language? That's it. Merci beaucoup. To memorize it, basically it's going to be a lot of practice, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but French pronunciation is such an important part of the language. I just clapped in front of my microphone. I hope I didn't hurt your ears. It's such a big part of the French language because we speak by sound. So once you know exactly what group of letters make a specific sound and the rules around it, then it's going to be very easy for you, or easier. I do have a French pronunciation playlist that goes with my book, but you can just watch the playlist if you want. You will get all the info for French pronunciation. And Duolingo is great to practice. It's free, you get reward, it's interactive, it's just a fun app. You're not gonna get fluent with it, but I don't see anything wrong with it, really. So Duolingo, big thumbs up. but you're not gonna get fluent in it. Honestly, I don't know a lot of apps that you will get fluent with, since you have to practice, reading, speaking, listening. It's a whole thing. So could Duolingo help you get fluent? Yes. Will it make you fluent? Absolutely not. Now, question about quoi, que, but wait, in French, what is not really mean, does not really mean. Que, it means quoi. It's always better to ask a question. I actually took it because it's a good question, but it's not a question, that was more like a statement. So que and quoi in questions both mean what. Que voulez-vous dire? What do you mean? When what is at the beginning, it's going to be que. And if we put it at the end, which is going to be an informal question, tu veux dire quoi? Well, in this case, what do you mean as well? So at the end, it becomes quoi. At the beginning, it's que. Okay? So a question I have is, why some nouns are switched, like la station de métro or la maison verte? Why is that? Sometimes in French, well, most of the time in French actually, when you have a compound noun in English, in French it's going to be switched. So think of orange juice, jus d'orange, well, subway station, station de métro, etc. So those are full noun. That's just the way they are. It's just the way it is. But la maison verte is actually a noun followed by an adjective. So this one is just, it's just a different sentence structure, but this is not a noun alone. I have a question, Dylan. As a learner, what tense should I start with? Because there are 1,000,001 French tenses. This is true. So here is the list that you will encounter the most as a beginner. Just work through it slowly, but you don't have to know everything. Recognizing them is more important than knowing them at the beginning. So we have le présent de l'indicatif, le passé composé, l'imparfait, le passé récent, le futur simple, le futur proche, le conditionnel présent, l'impératif, and le subjonctif. But what is nice about French conjugation and French verbs in general is that it's a little bit like a puzzle. You start from one and then you add to it to make the other tenses. So start with the present tense and then you can add to it. I have my French conjugation playlist. Start from lesson 1, I think it's 55 lessons, something like that. So you can learn everything about French conjugation right there. So this one was a comment on my video about cardinal points. The pronunciation of est is a bit complicated. Can you explain that, please? Because sometimes we say only a single vowel for the pronunciation. So est and est are two different words, two different pronunciations. So l'est is east. Here we pronounce every single letter, while est, il est, is the verb être, conjugated in the present tense, and in this case, it's the sound est, il est. So l'est, il est, okay? Now, a question on reflexive verbs. Hey, I'm new to French and I wonder if every single verb is a reflexive verb, as there is a list of them. So not every single verb can be turned into a reflexive verb, and there are lists of them. So I have two lists, both on my website or also the videos are here on YouTube. The first one is about regular reflexive verb, the second one is about irregular reflexive verbs. I will have all the video and all the blog posts I talk about in the description box, so you can check it out after. So same, I believe they do have both a PDF, so you can just download it. Now, words ending in ION. The first part of the question was not relevant to this one, but there are many English words under feminine noun, which are being followed by une, like partition, fraction, lotion, télévision, révision, passion. But earlier you said all English words are masculine. I'm confused. So yes, English words are masculine, but those are not English words. Those are the same in French and in English, but they're not English words. Okay, so une lotion, la passion, etc. Those are the same in both languages. But that doesn't mean that they're English words. An English word is un business, un jackpot, etc. Okay? Could you tell me the book name that you teach us, and can I download this online? This video was under my grammar playlist, so the book is the Complete French Grammar course. It is mine, so when I talk about a book here on my channel, or if I teach with a book here on my channel, 99% of the time, it's going to be one of my books. You can get them on my website or on Amazon, depending if you want the PDF or the paperback or the ebook, depends. So why, I get this question every second week. Why are there two variations of oui? So we have nous and we have on. Nous is the formal way of saying oui, which is mostly in written French, and on is the casual way, which is mostly in speaking French. So nous mangeons, on mange, both mean we eat, but nous mangeons is more formal, on mange is more casual. A very good question about pronouns this time. Hi Dylan, question. If we have future proche of passé récent, where the pronoun will be located? That's a very good question. So it's always going to be before the main verb. Okay, so je vais y aller. Je vais y aller. So aller is the main verb. Or je viens d'y aller. Je viens d'y aller. Always before the main verb. That's the rule. Quick question, but just you know, everybody should know that. How to say hello everyone in French? We say bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour tout le monde. Tout le monde. Okay? In the second sentence, I believe that's with my word of the day. Why is there de after étrange? Thank you. So it's common in French to have c'est plus adjective plus de. So c'est difficile de, c'est bon de, c'est étrange de, c'est chouette de, etc. So de is a big part of the French language, and that's one of the part. So c'est adjective and de. I also have a video on that. I will put it in the comment section. Peut-être versus peut-être. Does peut-être mean maybe? So peut-être with the little dash mean maybe. Peut-être without the dash mean can be. So let's see, quick example. So peut-être as maybe, je viendrai peut-être ce soir. Maybe I will come tonight. Il peut être grincheux quand il est fatigué. He can be grumpy when he's tired. Okay? Can be, maybe, two different ones. The next one is not a question, but it's an amazing tip about using aller à versus aller en. I never heard of that, and it works so well for me. So a French philosophy teacher gave me a tip about transportation. If there's no construction that surrounds you, so bike, foot, it's à. If there is construction, it's en. So no construction with à, we have aller à pied, aller à vélo, aller à cheval. With construction, so en. Aller en voiture, aller en avion, aller en train. Okay? Very good tip, definitely keeping this one. Why add double e to raconter? I thought it was masculine. I thought il is masculine. So here it was a very specific sentence. It was something like il a raconté l'histoire. Il a raconté l'histoire. L'histoire was changed into a pronoun, so it was il a raconté. So in this case, the past participle agree with the direct object, which is before the verb. So here we add e at raconter, okay? Great question about time. Why can't we say il est 17h30? And honestly, we just don't say that. That's just not correct structure. We say il est 17h30, but il est 5h30. Different. So il est 17h30, il est 5h30. That's just the way it is. What's the difference between un cul-de-sac et une impasse? They're just synonym. They're just synonym. Un cul-de-sac can be une impasse can be un cul-de-sac. Plural of rouge is roux, isn't it rouge? I was a little bit confused about that. So it's about hair color. So the plural of rouge is rouge with S for masculine and feminine. But the plural of roux can be either roux for masculine or rousse for feminine. But red hair in French is roux, is not rouge. Okay, so those are two different things. We have color and then we have hair color, very different. Here in 656, if a toy will be il en s'occupe. Il s'en occupe, so he's taking care of it. The pronoun goes between the pronoun, so the reflexive pronoun, and the verb. The pronoun, remember that the pronoun that you have to insert somewhere is always going to be before the verb, okay? Always. So, il s'en occupe. And also, en is always one of the last pronoun to be in the order. If you remember my tips from last week about the donkey, always the last one. Very good question about aller chercher. Excellent per usual. Thank you. But in the last example, wouldn't the translation be look for flowers at the florist rather than get the flowers? Aller chercher in French means to go pick up something or someone. Je vais chercher les enfants à l'école. I'm going to pick up the kids at school. So aller chercher in French doesn't mean to go look for something. It means to go pick up something. So yeah, I know it's a little bit confusing this one, but it's more of an expression. So it's to go pick up something. Je vais chercher les enfants à l'école. I'm going to pick up the children at school. It's actually going to be my lesson next week, so we'll talk more about it then. Then we have Paulette saying, I would prefer knowing why there is de before fermé and en before sortant. So it's about this slide for my word of the day. So my word of the day, if you don't know, is a word that I share every day with example on my community tab, on Facebook and on Instagram. So here the sentence was n'oublie pas de fermer la porte en sortant. And it is a little bit of a complicated sentence structure for sure. The thing is that the de is not too complicated. De goes with the verb before, not after. So it's not de fermer, it's actually oublier de, to forget to. Oublier de, okay? Fermer has nothing to do with the preposition de at all. And en sortant is le gérondif. It is a little bit advanced in this one. I should have made the sentence easier. That's really my fault. I will have a lesson on this one because it's quite complicated to explain on a casual video like this one. But basically that translates to when leaving. So when you leave, don't forget to close the door. That's really just that. But de is always with the verb before, not after. Before. Okay? Now we're talking about hotels. Is the N sound in hotel? Hotel in French start with a H muet, so that means that it acts as a vowel. So because of that, we are going to have a liaison between un and hotel. Un hotel, hotel, un hotel. If you follow my pronunciation course, I have some flashback, but yes, un hotel. Okay. All right. Question in French from Argentine, I think. Just gonna give it to you in English. Hello, good evening. Is there a difference in the way of pronouncing G and G? I just read different opinions on it, and I would like to know yours. So, is there a difference? Yes, but also no. So, AI is pronounced A in French, AIE is pronounced E. The problem is that in French, A and E are the two sounds that are the most mixed, depending where the person is from. So it could be correct in the north, but not correct in the south. If you look at the IPA, the correct way is AE is E, AIE is E. Where I'm from, this is how we pronounce it, but others might not. And that's just, yeah. So it's not wrong, it's not right. Just A and E always mixed up. So I think that's why. That's why you got so many different opinions on it. And the last one. Can you write a horror story? So if your students are appearing a little too demanding. Okay, so nobody's too demanding. It doesn't cost anything to ask. But that's one of the requests that I won't be doing because horror stories and horror movies are just not my things. I'm prone to terrible nightmares and night terrors and everything. So horror movies, not a great fit for me, or horror stories, not a great fit for me. So I I wouldn't even know how to write one because I never read any. That being said, if you want more short stories, you can have my short story volume 1, short story volume 2, and the long story if you're up for a challenge. And then my new books are coming, but that's not only going to be about stories. So that's it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was really fun to do, especially after last week's video was a very long one about pronoun. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you have a question. I will add it to the next Ask a French Teacher, Ask a French Teacher number 2, which will come in the next few months. I'm not too sure when. When I have enough questions, I'll make a video. That will be how it works. And yeah, it was really fun to chat with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will be back next Wednesday for a video on Aller chercher. À mercredi prochain.